Welcome everyone to our new features spotlight webinar. I'm Charlotte, part of the sales team at CaseFleet, and joining me is Meg from Customer Success. We'll be your presenters for today's session. If anyone has any questions during our presentation today, please feel free to use the meeting chat. Before we delve into the exciting new features and improvements here at CaseFleet, we're going to begin with a brief introduction to CaseFleet itself. CaseFleet is a modern case management software equipped with robust tools for evidence review, fact organization, trend identification, and the creation of visual timelines and various reports. Collaborating on cases becomes seamless with CaseFleet no matter your location, and you can easily share notes, assign tasks, and communicate securely within the platform. Now that everyone has a foundation on CaseFleet, let's dive into our new features spotlight webinar. Today, we're thrilled to share several exciting improvements we've made to the account dashboard and to the case home tab in your cases. Our new and user-friendly record cards offer quick snapshots of your recently accessed cases, upcoming and past due tasks, recently viewed sources, along with a list of recent actions you've taken. I'll pass the mic to Meg now so that she can guide us through each of these sections in more detail.
Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you everyone for joining today. I appreciate it. So yes, this is our new refreshed dashboard with some really exciting new features. So you see here, once you log into CaseFleet, if you are in a free trial, we have our free trial information. I'm going to hide that to get it out of the way. But once you're in a subscription, you would log in and see at the top of your page this recent cases section of the dashboard, which shows a snapshot of your 6 most recently accessed cases. So you can see these are my 6 most recently accessed cases here in my account. To start a new case file, I'd simply click the orange create a case button on the top right of the section. And then recent case cards provide a little bit more information, not just the case name, but also whether its status is open or closed, the date that it was created, the total number of uploaded documents, and which users on your account have been assigned to that case. You can also navigate to whichever case card, the case file, by just clicking anywhere on the card. So you see here, I jumped into my Romeo and Juliet timeline. And jump to that case. Let me return back to the dashboard. Another new exciting feature, in addition to this, recent cases section, is a brand new feature we call Jump Back In. Here you'll find cards that display the six most recent sources that you have viewed in CaseFleet, but have not been marked as complete. So it kind of gives you a really good opportunity to just jump back into those documents that you may have started reviewing and not finished, so you know exactly where you're going back in. Each card includes details as far as the source document's name, the last time it was viewed by yourself, and the percentage completion, total pages viewed, and up to page 2. There's several different actions that you can take in this jump back in section. So you can see if I click this jump back in button, I'm actually going to go to this employment agreement. You see I have reviewed 42% of the pages up to page 11. When I click jump back in, it launches the reviewer directly to page 11 of the document. So I can go ahead and start continuing my review from where I left off. In addition, you can click this check mark in the top right corner to mark it as complete. This will mark the document status as reviewed and completed review for your team, and it will remove it from everybody's jump back in section since it's been flagged as complete. So I can mark that one as complete, and you can see it gets removed from my list and replaced with the next one in line, the next document in line. You can also use the refresh button if you're working with a team, and it will just simply refresh these cards based on any changes. If you've jumped back in and reviewed some additional pages, you can always refresh and it will update this to be the latest information. And then finally, if you're on this dashboard screen, you can click the case name in the dashboard or in the jump back in card, and it will take you to the sources page for that particular case file, so directly to that sources list. I do want to note that clicking the jump back in section is going to only include multiple page documents. So, you know, a spreadsheet or an image file is not going to show up in here, because as soon as you open it, it's going to be showing as 100% reviewed if it's a single page. And so this really is designed for, you know, those big PDFs or multi-page documents that you're working through and need to remember your place in to save time coming back in. The next section on our dashboard that we've kind of enhanced is updating our task list, upcoming and past due tasks, to this card format as well. Each card displays the task and the due date, the task status, the associated case file if it's associated with the case, and the task creation date. So I can just click on here and it will take me directly to that task card. You can see this particular task has some comments and conversation Charlotte and I have been having about it. And then I can add either new comments, edit and adjust the due date, or whatever I need to do to keep that task up to date. And then if I go back to the dashboard, the last section that I'm excited to share with you today is our recent activity log. So in the recent activity section, you'll find a list of the 5 most recent actions that you have taken in CaseFleet, along with links to those particular records, which brings us to the second new feature we're covering today, which is our big activity feed. The activity feed is going to be a valuable tool for collaboration, because it automatically logs actions that are taken by the various users within your account. So administrators can access a list of global activity. You can see an administrator on this account. So this global activity page is going to be visible to me here. And then I can see everything that happened within this account throughout, you know, across all of the users. I can also go back within from the dashboard into my specific case files. And let's go to my Texoma versus Jackson case. Sorry for the back and forth. And you'll see now here at the top, included in these tabs for the case activity or for the case file, an activity tab, which you can see here. And it shows all activity within that particular case file. And so this helps with enhancing transparency and accountability for your team. You can track the changes that are made within a case, identify users that are responsible for each change, and review the date and time of the actions. And filtering is also possible by the user, date, and the time of change. So for instance, if I wanted to filter my activity and see just what Charlotte has done in this case file since July 1st, I can select the user Charlotte Burns and add a date filter for after July 1st, all activity after July 1st. And you see here, it's filtered my list to anything that Charlotte has performed within the last month, or within the date range I assigned. I can also adjust this date is in the last we'll say 30 days. And that can give you another range. And then once here, I can also save this view for quick reference later. So I'll say Charlotte activity last 30 and save that. And then I can mark it as default or share it with other members of my team. All right. So these new features have a pretty clear and chronological record of, you know, your case and account activity, which is really good for, you know, understanding progress on the case, maintaining accountability in your case file. and improving collaboration. So I will pass the mic back to Charlotte now, and she can share some more upgrades that we've put in place lately.
Thank you, Meg. Lastly, we've just been very hard at work upgrading page loading and processing speeds here at CaseFleet. For instance, page loading is now up to 4 times faster, and we've improved highlighting accuracy and speeds within our specialized deposition reviewer. Additionally, we've enhanced the extraction of Outlook email attachments. So all of these things are behind the scenes. You won't really visually see things, but you'll definitely experience, just a better user experience in general, which is obviously our goal. So all these kind of things we're always trying to improve. So just wanted to mention those as well. With all of that, that does conclude our new feature spotlight webinar today. Again, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to use the chat and we can get to them. These enhancements that we've seen today help make CaseFleet an even more powerful tool for your case management needs. If you or anyone you know has any feature requests or ideas that you'd like to share with our team, please feel free to submit them to our support team. I've included emails and links within the chat as well, so you can easily find ways to contact us there if you wish. There's also, if you're a customer or if you're in a free trial or you're a prospect, we also have support chats, so you can always message us there as well. We sincerely appreciate your time today, and we hope that you found our webinar informative and valuable. But just one quick note is if you're not already a CaseFleet user, we encourage you to start our free trial or schedule a personalized demo. These links are also available in the chat. And if you also have any suggestions for any future webinar topics that you would like for us to cover, feel free to submit them to Meg or myself. Our emails are also in that chat. So thank you again, and we wish you a great day ahead.